10 ancient ruins that are surprisingly well preserved. Did you know that some of the world's most incredible ancient ruins are so well preserved, they almost seem like they were built yesterday? In fact, many of these ruins have withstood the test of time for thousands of years, surviving natural disasters, war, and even the ravages of weather. It's almost like time forgot to erase them. Picture this. You're standing in a place where ancient civilizations once thrived, and the structures still speak to you with remarkable clarity. Whether you're an avid history buff or just someone who loves to explore the past, these ancient ruins offer a direct link to human history, and they're shockingly well preserved. Today, we're diving into 10 of the most stunning ancient ruins that have defied the odds and continue to amaze us. So buckle up and let's step back in time to witness the incredible feats of human engineering that have lasted for millennia. The Colosseum, Italy. The Colosseum in Rome, arguably one of the most iconic structures in the world, still stands tall nearly 2,000 years after it was first constructed. Imagine walking through the same arched entrances where gladiators once entered, facing the roar of tens of thousands of spectators. Despite enduring earthquakes, fires, and centuries of neglect, the Colosseum remains one of the most well-preserved ancient ruins. Built in AD 70-80 under Emperor Vespasian, the Colosseum was an engineering marvel of its time, with an intricate system of trapdoors, elevators, and retractable roofs. While it has lost some of its outer facade over the centuries, due to earthquakes and stone robbers, its grandeur is undeniable. The Colosseum is not just a symbol of Rome's power and opulence, it's a testament to the skill of ancient architects and their ability to create structures designed to last for centuries. Machu Picchu, Peru. Nestled high in the Andes Mountains, Machu Picchu is perhaps the most famous and well-preserved archaeological site of the Inca Empire. Built in the 15th century, this lost city of the Incas was abandoned during the Spanish conquest, and for centuries, its existence was forgotten by the outside world. Rediscovered in 1911 by American explorer Hiram Bingham, Machu Picchu has captivated visitors ever since with its breathtaking views and perfectly preserved ruins. Despite its remote location set on a rugged mountain peak with steep cliffs surrounding it, Machu Picchu remains in remarkably good condition. Its stunning stone structures, agricultural terraces, and sophisticated water management systems reveal the ingenuity of the Inca civilization. The site's preservation is due in part to the dry, cold climate and the fact that it was largely untouched by modern development. But just like with the Colosseum, tourism has posed a serious risk. With thousands of visitors flocking to the site every day, it's essential to consider the environmental impact of such mass tourism. Petra, Jordan. Petra is a place straight out of a movie set, and for good reason. Its awe-inspiring rock-cut architecture and water management systems make it one of the most sophisticated ancient cities ever built. Known as the Rose City because of the pinkish hue of its stone, Petra was the capital of the Nabatean kingdom around 300 BCE. What makes Petra so impressive is the fact that it's not just a city built with stone, it is the stone itself. Monuments like the Treasury, Al-Khazneh, the Monastery Adair, and the Roman Theater are all carved directly into the rock faces, and they have been remarkably well preserved for over 20 years. But while Petra's preservation is impressive, it's not without its challenges. The site faces constant erosion from the desert climate, and increasing tourist traffic has led to concerns about further degradation. Chichen Itza, Mexico. Chichen Itza, located in Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, is one of the new seven wonders of the world, and for good reason. This ancient Maya city flourished between the 7th and 10th centuries and is home to some of the most well-preserved and recognizable ruins in the Americas. The centerpiece of Chichen Itza is the massive pyramid known as El Castillo, or Temple of Kukulkan, which is so accurately aligned with the solar system that it casts a serpent-shaped shadow down the stairs during the equinoxes. This demonstrates the Mayas' advanced knowledge of astronomy. While the site's condition is impressive, like many famous ruins, it faces challenges from heavy tourism and the climate. The humidity and rain in the region contribute to gradual wear and tear, but efforts to protect and preserve the site continue, including restricted access to certain areas. The Great Wall of China. Stretching over 13,000 miles, the Great Wall of China is one of the most recognizable structures in the world. Built between the 7th century BC and the 17th century to protect against invasions, the wall's preservation varies in different regions. Some parts have been restored to pristine condition, while others are in a state of ruin. But despite its age and the wear of time, the wall remains an awe-inspiring sight, especially when you're standing on a restored section with the mountain ranges stretching out in front of you. Visiting the Great Wall can be a bit of a choose-your-adventure experience. Some sections, like Badaling, are heavily trafficked by tourists, while others, like Mutianyu or Jinshanling, offer a more peaceful and authentic experience. Be mindful that some parts of the wall are in disrepair, and while they offer a more wild experience, they can also be more dangerous, so exercise caution if you're planning to go off the beaten path. The Acropolis, Greece. The Acropolis in Athens is a symbol of ancient Greek civilization, and its iconic Parthenon temple is a masterpiece of ancient architecture. Built in the 5th century BC, the Acropolis was the center of religious, political, and cultural life in ancient Athens. Over the centuries, the site has suffered from the ravages of time, including invasions, earthquakes, and even bombings. Yet, through ongoing restoration efforts, much of the Acropolis has been remarkably preserved. The Parthenon, despite being stripped of its statues and suffering damage over the centuries, still stands tall as a testament to ancient Greek craftsmanship. While the Acropolis is generally in excellent condition, the sheer volume of tourists can sometimes make it difficult to fully appreciate the history of the site. If you plan to visit, go early in the morning or late in the evening to avoid the crowds. Angkor Wat, Cambodia. Angkor Wat is the largest religious monument in the world, and it's astonishing that after more than 900 years, it remains remarkably intact. Originally built in the early 12th century by King Suryavarman II as a Hindu temple dedicated to the god Vishnu, it later became a Buddhist temple and remains an active place of worship today. The size of Angkor Wat is staggering. With its towering spires, intricate bas reliefs, and expansive courtyards, it's one of the most iconic structures in the world. The fact that it stood the test of time, despite being overtaken by jungle growth and the ravages of war, speaks to the incredible engineering and architectural skills of the Khmer Empire. But as with any popular site, tourism has created its own set of challenges. Pompeii, Italy. Pompeii is one of the most famous examples of a city frozen in time. When Mount Vesuvius erupted in AD 79, the city was buried under 1,320 feet of volcanic ash, preserving not only the buildings, but also the citizens' daily lives. It wasn't until the 18th century that Pompeii was rediscovered, and since then, extensive excavations have revealed an astonishing level of preservation. The city's villas, streets, and public buildings are still visible today, as are plaster casts of the unfortunate residents who were caught in the eruption. But despite the excellent state of preservation, Pompeii faces significant risks. The constant exposure to the elements is slowly degrading the ruins, and, like many ancient sites, it's increasingly threatened by the pressures of tourism. And if you're planning a visit, be aware that some areas may be closed off for restoration, and it's best to hire a guide to really understand the context of what you're seeing. Which one of these incredible ruins would you want to visit first? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our next adventure into the past. Until then, happy exploring, and remember, the past is only a step away.